Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing something a little bit different for you. I just recently started collecting 1/6 scale Star Wars figures made by a company called Hot Toys. And they make all kinds of figures, but in particular they make a large selection of Star Wars figures. And I've actually been wanting to collect these for many years, and I've always been scared to take that leap and, jump into another rabbit hole of collecting, but I finally did, and I'm so glad that I did because these figures are beautifully crafted, and I'm so impressed by the quality. So hopefully I've got some fellow Star Wars fans out there who will also appreciate these figures with me because I've got quite a few I'll be reviewing in the future. So the first one I decided to get is Jango Fett, and he's one of my all-time favorite Star Wars characters. He's so iconic and just overall an awesome character. So without further ado, let's take a look at this box. And for starters, yeah, these boxes are beautiful. I love the overall appearance, the black background, and then Jango Fett there looking very awesome. And the specialty features, he comes with a poncho and 2 jetpacks. On the side, got some more pictures. There he is holding his pistol. And then on the back, this was made in 2022, so this is a very recent Hot Toys model. Let's open it up and see what comes inside. So here's this beautiful poster type cardboard picture here of Jango Fett in the middle of a fight using his jetpack. This is really, really nice. And then inside here is the packaging. Alright, so let me open this up and let's take a look at everything you get with this set. Alright, well, for starters, here is the actual figure that you get. Jango Fett in all of his glory. Alright, so here he is, and right off the bat, you can see how impressive these figures are. The attention to detail is very, very impressive, and yeah, they did a great job capturing his likeness. That armor is so beautiful, very, very shiny, as you would expect from Jango Fett. And in particular, the helmet looks phenomenal. Alright, you also get a head sculpt here without his helmet on. So here's a look at this, and take a look at that detail. That looks amazing. And he also comes with this headset. So there that is on the head. And then this is really interesting. They give you 2 helmet parts. This is the clean, undamaged version, and then this is the damaged version. So you can swap these out, whichever one you prefer. All right. So moving on. Let's take a look at some of his other accessories here. He comes with a lot of stuff. Alright, so we've got some interchangeable hands as you would expect. These are some interesting accessories. I'm not entirely certain what some of these are, but he's got this this cylinder piece, and then these other 2 pieces, which I'm not entirely sure what they are. I think this is like a lock breaker or something. And then this, I'm not quite sure what that is. But interesting accessories. And then we've got his 2 iconic blaster pistols, and we've got a flamethrower attachment here. This is really nice. Take a look at this. Love the effects on that. I'll be showing that in more detail later. And then he's also got some attachments here for his gauntlets. So we've got this blade attachment, and then this cord with the, or kind of like a whip with the hook at the end here. So these are some cool attachments here. Alright, they also give you some instructions if you need help putting them together. And then here's the poncho that you get. And then I'll be showing that later. Alright, and then got some more stuff here. Some more goodies. Alright, so as it said on the front of the box, you get 2 jetpacks. So here's the classic one that I think is a little more famous, and this is the one I prefer. And then there's this one, which is also pretty cool. Alright, and then he's got, these are really cool. These are thruster flame pieces here for his jetpack. It's for if you want to mount those on the jetpack and make it look like he's flying. Those are great accessories. And then here's another one. This is for the rocket. You can actually show that shooting out, and I'll show that later in more detail. So great. Those are great accessories. And then he also comes with this nice stand. It says Star Wars and Jango Fett on the front. That looks great. Alright, so those are all the accessories that you get with the figure. And now I'll put them together for you. Alright, well here he is holding his 2 blaster pistols. And I've also got him geared up with his jetpack, this version of it. So he holds the pistols pretty well in his hands, and those look good. And take a look at his holsters. These are really good quality, and they're very tight, so they're not going anywhere, which is nice. And let me take the blaster out of his hand and show it inside of the holster. That looks very good. And then he's also got these brown pouches in the front. They don't open up, but quality's really good. And then take a look at his armor. A lot of great weathering detailing on here. Looks like a lot of mud has been splashed onto his shiny armor, which doesn't really affect it much. It's still very shiny. It's gleaming. So they really captured that look. And then here's a better look at the helmet once again. And this piece here is really cool. Growing up, I actually didn't know that this antenna piece did anything. I thought it was just for looks, but it actually does serve a purpose. And if you push it down, I believe it assists with firing his rocket. I believe that's what it does. So that's cool. Alright, and oops, these came out, but you can see on his gauntlet pieces here, these tubes, and these just get tucked underneath his sleeve, like so. Same for over here. Alright, and here's the jetpack. Now the way it's hooked on here, let me actually take it off. So it just hooks on to these straps here. It's a little tricky getting those on, and then there's a magnet back here that makes it very secure so it doesn't keep falling off. But yeah, here's this jetpack, and let me put the thruster pieces on it. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Very cool. And let me bring out the other one now, because like I said, that's the one I prefer. This one's cool too, but the other one's just very iconic. Alright, so here is his main jetpack with that beautiful rocket. And go. Now, as I was saying, you can take the rocket out and attach it this piece here to make it look like he's just fired it. And this is a great effect. This looks fantastic. So here it is. Oops. So you can get some great poses with these pieces. Alright, to save on time, I've gone ahead and put the jetpack on. It takes a little while to do that. So here's the jetpack with the thrusters and then the explosive rocket attachment. So that looks really good, especially once you get him on his stand. You can get some great poses with that. Now I will say, the only complaint I really have with this figure is that some of these armor pieces are attached by Velcro, and the back armor piece is very wobbly, and I'm not a fan of that. That makes me nervous. But moving on, let's take a look at some of the gauntlet accessories that I showed you earlier. So I've got the blade attachment on there right now, and that's just attached by magnet. So here's the original one again. And if you take this little hook out, you can go ahead and put the this whip with the hook on. That's an interesting accessory. All right. I went ahead and swapped out the clean helmet part for the battered and muddy one. I think I like that one a little better. And then here's that flame attachment. All right, and that attaches very easily. And here's a look at that. So you can get some great action shots here, or action poses, I should say. Once you get him on his stand, you can really do a lot with this figure, especially if you're into like photography and stuff. I mean, this figure is perfect for that. He's got so many great attachments here, and these effects look phenomenal. Well, lastly, here is Jango Fett without his helmet on, and also with his poncho and the headset. And this makes for another great pose. I love him holding his helmet. And the poncho is really nice as well. And let me take the headset off. There's a look at that. Very nice head sculpt. Super realistic. Alright guys, well, that's everything to show for Hot Toys version of Jango Fett, and if you stick around to the end, I'll show him on his display stand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know this is pretty new for me to be reviewing 1/6 Star Wars figures, but I hope you enjoyed this, even though it's different. These figures are really awesome, and I'm looking forward to reviewing some more in the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.